So, good afternoon. In our last class, we were discussing about motion of charged particle in a uniform electric field. We have discussed so many parameters associated with the motion of a charged particle in uniform electric field. We have derived the expression for displacement of the charged particle, velocity of the charged particle, acceleration, force acting on the charged particle, momentum, impulse, kinetic energy, so on, right? And also I have told you how to make use of the vectors in evaluating the electric fields. See, whenever it comes to vector quantities such as electric force, remember electric force or Coulomb force is also a vector quantity. Electric field intensity is a vector quantity. You may be asked to solve the problems using vector methods. So you must have the basics of vectors before solving them. I have told you how to evaluate a position vector or how to calculate magnitude of a vector. If any vector is represented as r vector is equals to xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, if this is a vector, then the magnitude of this vector is given by root over x square plus y square plus z square. X square plus y square plus z square. Suppose if a vector is represented like this, 2i cap plus j cap minus k cap. If this is a vector given to you, position vector is 2i cap plus 3j cap minus k cap, then what is the magnitude of this position vector, or what is the magnitude of this vector? Magnitude of this vector can be calculated as square root of x square plus y square plus z square. X here is 2, y is 1 and z is minus 1. So 2 square plus 1 square plus of minus 1 square. So this will be 4 plus 1, this will be root 6. This is how the magnitude of a vector is to be calculated. And then you must also know how to evaluate a unit vector. Unit vector how evaluate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? See, any vector can be represented in terms of its magnitude and direction. R vector can be represented as magnitude of R vector into R cap. R cap always represents a unit vector which will be generally in the direction of R vector. Unit vector ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಈ R vector the direction na indicate ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ a vector is represented in its magnitude as well as direction. So unit vector can be written as R cap is equals to R vector divided by magnitude of R vector. R cap is equals to R vector divided by magnitude of R vector. Suppose if R vector is xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, this is R vector. Then R cap can be written as R vector xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap divided by magnitude of R vector. Either magnitude find out ಮಾಡೋದು root over x square plus y square plus z square. That must be substituted here. Square root of x square plus y square plus z square. This is unit vector. This is unit vector. So you must know how to evaluate magnitude of a vector and how to calculate the unit vector. First thing. ಎರಡನೇ ವಿಚಾರ, as far as these vectors are concerned, you must also know how to find the distance between two positions. ಎರಡು positions the distance find out ಮಾಡೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು in terms of vectors. Suppose this is a coordinate system. Say this is a Cartesian coordinate system, x, y and z axis. Let us suppose here are 2 points A and B in space. A and B are 2 points in the space. The position coordinates of A are x1, y1, z1, and the position coordinates of B are x2, y2, z2. Right? Let the position vector of point A is r1 vector whereas that of point B is R2 vector. This R1 vector and R2 vector are the position vectors of point A and point B, right? Now this is the distance between A and B. This represents the distance or displacement between A and B. Hagadre how to evaluate R vector antandre R vector will be R1 vector minus R2 vector difference ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ R2 vector minus R1 vector. R1 vector is observe e position vector the coordinates are x1 y1 z1. So in terms of vectors you can write it as x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap. Either the position vector R2 can be expressed as x2 I cap plus y2 j cap plus z2 k cap. So I can write it as x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap minus x2 I cap plus y2 j cap plus z2 k cap. So subtract ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ r vector will be x1 minus x2 into I cap, x1 minus x2 I cap plus y1 minus y2 j cap plus z1 minus z2 k cap. Athwa if R2 minus R1 is done, if the particle has displaced from B to A, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಕಾರ R2 minus R1 ನೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. R2 minus R1 vector is to be done. R2 minus R1 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ this will be x2 minus x1 into I cap plus y2 minus y1 into j cap plus z2 minus z1 into k cap. This is how the displacement of particle from one position to another position can be evaluated in terms of vectors, right? So positions x1 y1 z1 anta kottidre position vector must be written as x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap. Options ನೋಡಬೇಕು, options na ನಮಗೆ vector method ನಾಗ option ಅದ ಅಥವಾ just numerical value express ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ, that must be seen. If the options are in terms of unit vectors, always try to evaluate them using vector laws, right? So is this clear how to find the displacement of the particle from one position to another position? Suppose a particle moves from B to A, suppose a particle moves from B to A, then its displacement is r vector given by r2 minus r1 vector. Is this clear how to evaluate position vectors? Blur ada? Okay, is it clear how to evaluate vectors? Idrag innu enadru doubt ada, how to evaluate position vectors, how to calculate displacement, how to calculate unit vectors? Idrag innu enadru doubt ada, yakandre ee reeti problems bartave because we are evaluating electric fields. Electric field is a unit vector. We are discussing about electric force. Electric force is a vector quantity, right? Electric field vector hai, electric force vector hai. So vector rules use ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. If this is clear, we can move forward. Okay. See, as I have told you, electric field and electric force are vector quantities. So in order to evaluate them, you must make use of vector laws. Electric field na evaluate ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರು vector laws use ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Electric force na evaluate ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರು vector laws use ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Suppose at some point P there are two electric fields E1 and E2. Point P hatra ಎರಡು electric field ಅವೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Two electric fields E1 and E2 are simultaneously acting at point P, right? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ what is the net electric field at point P? What is the net electric field at point P? Total electric field ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ತದೆ? Will it be equal to E1 plus E2? Will it be equal to E1 plus E2? Will it be equal to E1 plus E2? E1 plus E2 ಇರಬೇಕಾ? Will it be equal to E1 plus E2? The answer is no. See, we are not supposed to add them algebraically. Electric fields, electric forces should not be added algebraically because they are vector quantities. You must add, subtract, multiply, divide only using vectors. You must evaluate electric field and electric forces only using the vector laws. You must either make use of parallelogram law of vector addition or triangle law of vector addition to evaluate them. See, the resultant of these two electric fields will be given by resultant electric field. Resultant electric field is given by E net is equals to, E net is nothing but resultant electric field. E net is equals to square root of E1 square plus E2 square plus 2E1 E2 cos theta. First year na parallelogram law use ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ, resultant of a vector is R is equals to square root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. If P and Q are the two vectors, if P vector and Q vector are the two vectors acting at an angle theta, then resultant of these two vectors is given by R vector is equals to, or R is equals to square root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta anta. The same rule is to be used here. The resultant of these two vectors will be E net is equals to square root of E1 square plus E2 square plus 2E1 E2 cos theta. What is theta antandre? Theta is the angle between E1 and E2. Theta is angle between E1 and E2. If E1 and E2 are perpendicular to each other, if E1 and E2 are perpendicular to each other, then theta will be 90 degrees. Then theta will be 90 degrees. If E1 and E2 are acting in same direction, if E1 and E2 are acting in same directions, this is E1, this is E2, then theta is equals to 0 degrees. If E1 and E2 are acting in opposite directions, then theta is 180 degrees and so on. So whenever you are evaluating electric field and electric force, you must make use of the resultant formula that you have derived in parallelogram law of vector addition, right? Force igu idunne use ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಒಂದೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಎರಡು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ವು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, F1 F2. Net force is F net is equals to square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta. This is to be done. Is that clear? And this will be the direction of the resultant. If these are the two vectors, if these are the two vectors acting at a point, say E1 vector and E2 vector, then resultant will be this. This is E net. The angle between E1 and E2 is theta. The angle made by resultant with the positive x-axis, if this is positive x-axis, angle made by resultant with the positive x-axis is alpha. See, ನಮಗೆ physics ನಾಗೆ direction determine ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ you must make use of the, or you must evaluate the angle. Physics ನಾಗೆ direction ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ angle find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Find the direction of the resultant ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. What is the direction of the resultant ಅಂತ? The direction of the resultant can be calculated using the formula tan alpha is equals to E2 sin theta divided by E1 plus E2 cos theta. E2 sin theta divided by E1 plus E2 cos theta, right? So this is the formula using which you can evaluate the direction. Direction antandre the angle made by the resultant with positive x-axis that must be determined. ಈಗ suppose theta 45 degrees alpha ಇಲ್ಲಿ 45 degree ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Suppose alpha comes out to be 45 degrees. ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ? The resultant is at an angle of 45 degrees with respect to x-axis. This is how you need to find out the directions, right? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬಂದಿರ್ತದೆ. b sin theta divided by a plus b cos theta ಅಥವಾ q sin theta divided by p plus q cos theta ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ direction of resultant, right? These formulae are to be remembered. So with the understanding of how to evaluate the direction of resultant of a vector, resultant of two vectors, and how to evaluate the resultant of two vectors, we will now try to remember some of the standard results. ಈ resultant ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಷ್ಟು standard results ಅವೆ, ಅವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಈಸಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, right? Suppose at some point two electric fields E1 and E2 acts such that E1 is equals to E2 is equals to E. See, at some point P, two electric fields E1 and E2 are acting. Both the electric fields are acting in the same direction. And what is the condition is E1 and E2 are equal. ಎರಡು equal ಅವೆ. ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ equal ಅವೆ? They both are equal to E. ಅಂದ್ರೆ E1 is equals to E. E2 is also equal to E. ಅಂದ್ರೆ E1 10 Newton per coulomb ಇದ್ರೆ E2 ಕೂಡ 10 Newton per coulomb ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ both the electric field strengths acting at point P are equal, right? And what is the angle between them antandre? The angle between them is 0 degree because they both are acting in the same direction. However, what should be the resultant of these two vectors? Nodri, resultant of a vector is given by E net is equals to square root of E1 square plus E2 square plus 2 E1 E2 cos theta. E1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ E, E2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ E. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ E1 square plus E2 square plus 2 E1 E2 cos theta ಬರುತ್ತೆ. E square plus E square plus 2 E1 E2 E into E square cos theta ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? Theta is 0. So E net will be equal to square root of E square plus E square. E square plus E square is 2E square. 2E square plus cos 0 is 1. 2E square plus 2E square is 4E square. So square root of 4E square is 2E. Square root of 4E square is 2E. Very good. So if two equal vectors are acting along same direction, equal ಇರಬೇಕು.